Okay, so okay, we will start. So okay, so I think we calculated up to moment. Now we will calculate ultimate moment. Ultimate moment one is just that additional thing. So 1.5 times the factor thing we are taking. So that will be 1.5 into 124.1 be 186.15 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now going to step number 4. This is going to be the depth of your footing. We're going to calculate that. Okay, either this is available in page number 96 of your IS 456. Just because I did not inform ma'am about asking you to bring your IS 456, I am not asking you to refer it, but I'm just giving you page numbers from the code book. Okay, page number 96 IS 456. The required mu. Okay, so why do we know? We know mu, ultimate moment we know. So with that we're going to find out the depth. Okay, so 0.138 fck bd square. B is the size of the footing. D we have calculated. We have to calculate. So d square is equal to mu by 0.138 fck into b. Okay, fck is because m20. Can we calculate the? We'll substitute mu on the. We have already found out it is 186.15. So D is also done. Now we have to give a cover. Cover one the for a footing is always 50. It has to be minimum 50. Okay, as per codal requirement, it is minimum 50. It can be 60, 70, 80, and all that. But for a footing, it has to be minimum 50 mm. Okay. So D is going to be 170 plus 50. That is going to be your 220 mm is the depth of the footing. Okay. Now, because of shear considerations, I will tell you what it is later. We will now take a higher effective depth. Okay. So now we are going to consider an effective depth of 400 mm. Okay, 400 mm is going to be your effective depth. So including the cover, it is going to be 450 mm. Okay. Now, while I teach you how we are checking for shear failure and shear checks and other things, I will clarify this for you. Okay. Right. Now, going to the next step. We are now, what is the next step? We have to find out reinforcement. Okay. Right. So, area of reinforcement. Now, we know, all of us know this formula from IS 456. AST is equal to 0.5 Fy into FCK into 1 minus, this is root over, there is a, this here, 1 minus, this is the formula. Now, we will substitute all our values. Excuse me. Can we calculate 0.5 Fy by FCK into 1 minus into BD. Okay, so that will be 0.5 into 20 divided by 415 into 1 minus root over 1 minus 4.6 into 186.15 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 20 into 2400 into 400 square into 2400 divided by 400. So your AST is going to be 1327. Excuse me. So it's going to be 1327.7. Is this calculated? Is it done, all of you? Have you calculated? Is it over? Can we proceed? Can you unmute and tell me if you have completed?
Yes, ma'am. Completed, ma'am.
Got the answer? Any doubts in?
No, ma'am. No doubt.
Okay. Okay, right. Okay, so now we have to calculate the percentage of steel that is required. Okay, that is required means if we have calculated AST, so P is equal to AST by BD into 100. That is going to be your AST 1327 uh, divided by your B into D. Now P is going to be 0.138. Okay, now this is okay. Why? Because minimum reinforcement criteria for footing is 0.12 as per your IS 456. So we are this is okay. Okay. Now using 12 dia bar in both directions. Okay. So AST is equal to pi by 4 into d square. So that is going to be 113. Okay, so therefore number of bars is equal to capital AST by small ast. That is going to be 1327.7 divided by 113. That is going to be your 12 bars. Okay, so we are going to provide 12 dia bar, 12 numbers uniformly in both direction. Clear up to this? Clear up to this? Please unmute and talk. No, I'm waiting for your
Yes, ma'am.
response only. Okay, so now we are going to see at what spacing we are going to give. So for that we know B. Okay, B by number of bars, that is 2400 divided by 12, that is going to be 200 center to center spacing. Okay, right. Now that is over. Okay, now we are going to check for one way shear. Okay, now the design is over. We have calculated. Right. So we have calculated, what did we calculate? We have calculated the dimensions. We have calculated how much steel is required, and what is the rebar that is there, in what spacing it should be there, and the percentage of steel also, and the area of your concrete also. You've calculated everything. Okay. Right. Now we are going to look at checking for one way shear. Okay. There is a formula according to this thing. But before going to that, I'd like to take you back to this place. Now, this is your column. This is the critical section for bending moment we took. Okay, now shear, when you are going to check for one way shear, shear actually will happen at d distance from the face of the column. What is it? It is d distance from the face of the column. Okay, the critical section for a beam shear is always at d distance. Okay, so now if you see here, this distance is going to be what? It is going to be half of b minus small b minus d. Is this clear? Is this clear for everyone? Clear? This is your b, you know your small b. So from the center, you have taken half. That is what you have already seen here. No, the previous time when I taught you for bending moment. Okay. So that half of that minus your b minus your this d distance. This is going to be the critical section for your one way shear. Okay. Okay, so now for one way shear, the critical section is located at a distance d from the face of the column. Okay, now shear force. Shear force is going to be, there is a formula in your code book. This is the formula. Okay, P is equal to P naught into B into 1 by 2 into B minus D. Okay, so we are going to substitute all the formulas, and once we substitute, the value of V we get is 151.24. What is it? 151.24. Now again, ultimate shear. Ultimate shear is what? 1.5 times your V. Okay, ultimate bending moment we check. Similarly, we are checking for ultimate shear. This thing also, shear force also, it is 1.5 into 151.24. That is going to be VU is this. Now, page number 72 of IS 456 2000 is giving you the nominal shear stress, tau V. Okay, tau V is what? VU by BD. What is nominal shear stress? Nominal shear stress is your normal shear force, where your shear force is acting at which location. That is going to be your nominal shear stress. Okay, so when you calculate tau V is equal to VU by BD, that is the formula. Now, when you calculate this, what is it that you're getting? 0.236 Newton per mm square. Okay, now design shear strength of concrete. Tau tau C dash is equal to, this is from page number 72 of your IS 456. Okay, now K not K should be equal to 1. Why should it be equal to 1 is because for any depth more than 300, our depth is what? 450, correct? 450 is the overall depth that we have calculated. Mm, correct. So here we have calculated 400 plus 50. So that is your 450. So now tau C for 0.138 percentage of steel, your tau C will be 0.28. Okay, so now with this, you know that your tau V is less than your tau C. So this section is safe. Okay, now if you see here, if we would have taken here, now if you see, if we would have taken, now there, what are we doing? We are checking if the depth is okay for shear. Okay, that is what we are doing here. This is the formula to calculate your depth. 226 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by 2400 into 1 into 0.28. Now here your depth is what? Based on calculation for shear, it is 337. If you would have taken that 270 or whatever, what would have happened? Your section would have failed for shear. So here you would have had to again redesign. So that is why, to be on the safer side, we increase the depth. We increase the depth of the footing, okay, to 400 so that it is safe. So D provided is 400, which is more than what you are supposed to be providing. So here your section is safe for one way shear. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now going to the check for two-way shear. Okay. Now two-way shear, we are again going back to the same thing here. Okay. So here if you see, there is a, again for one-way shear, just like how it happens at D distance, for two-way shear, it happens at a distance of D by 2. What is it? Two-way shear happens at a distance of D by 2. Okay. So here one D by 2 and the other side also. Now here if you see, this is your B. This is D. This is D. So D, This totally overall happens at a distance of d by 2. Okay. For two-way punching shear, the section lies at a distance of d by 2 from the face of the column. Okay. So overall, if you see, this is your footing, this is your column, this is the distance. Okay. So now if you see, this is going to be b naught. Okay, this is going to be a new thing. This is called b naught is equal to b plus d by, okay, clear everybody? I think you're clear why
Yes,
this
ma'am.
has become d by, okay, so d by 2 and d by 2 become 1d. So this is overall added here as b naught is equal to b plus d. Okay, now here there is a punching shear that happens. So the width is b naught is equal to b plus d. Now b naught is 900. Correct? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How is it 900? Can someone explain why b naught is 900? What happened?
Ma'am. Punching here is overall stress.
What?
Ma'am, it's
Nothing.
overall depth, ma'am.
Okay, but how is b naught 900? Because it is the size of your column plus depth of your footing is together 900. Got it?
Wake up.
Okay. Now the net shear force is going to be F is equal to P naught into B square minus B naught square. So F is equal to B naught square one the B plus D the whole square. So F is equal to 114.58 into 2.4 square minus 0.9 square. So if you calculate, your F is going to be 561.171. So again, what are you going to do? You're going to do your ultimate shear force, that is 1.5 into 561.171. This is going to be 841. Have you taken this down? Can I move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so from page number 57, clause number 31.6.2 from IS 456, you have this formula tau v, that is fu by 4bd, 4b naught into d. So when you substitute this value, you get 0.58 Newton per mm square of tau v. Okay, so now your permissible shear stress as per formula is Ks into tau c. So Ks is equal to 0.5 into beta c for square column. Okay, because it is square column, we are going with 1. Okay, so Ks is equal to 0.5 plus 1, which is 1.5, but this has to be equal to 1 only. So we are considering the Ks value is equal to 1 as per code. Okay, now tau c is equal to 0.25 root over fck. So 0.25 into 20, that is your 1.11. Ks into tau c is going to be 1 into 1.11. So tau v is less than kc. Correct? Your tau v is here. Your k, this is less than this. So it is safe for two-way shear. Okay, now what is two-way shear? Why are we considering it here? With respect to the column creates a punch on your footing. Okay, so this can tear off in a shear. So that is why it is called a punching shear. Why are we considering it punching shear is d by 2 is because all the sides of the column there is a punch, because of all the four sides of the column on the footing there is a punch that is created on all the sides. So that is why it is called a two-way shear. Okay, that's all. With this we have completed the design of a single isolated square footing. Okay, anybody, any doubts? So first, what did we see? We saw the steps involved. First we found out the size of the footing. Okay, then we went to upward pressure, how to calculate upward pressure. With that we came to depth of the footing on the basis of bending moment. Okay, with this bending moment we again went to calculating the depth of the footing. Okay, then we calculated area of reinforcement, and then what is the spacing, what is the dia of bar we have to provide, all this we saw. Then we did two checks to see if whatever you have designed is correct or not. First is check for one way shear, then we checked for two way shear. Okay, so now whatever our dimensions that are given are safe for one and two way shear. Any doubts?
Ma'am, what about the reinforcement diagram of the isolated column? Ma'am?
Okay. Uh, Okay, so reinforcement diagram I will draw and I will share it as a photo to Satya ma'am. Okay, because now doing the entire thing and showing you detailing, I don't know if it is possible. I will somehow missed to do it. I will share a photo of it with Satya ma'am. Okay, in maybe but before the day ends, I will share it with her. I think ma'am will be able to do the
Okay,
explanation.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Anything else?
Okay, thank you, Jesse.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.